Barp, barp.
Shake the floor as I walk. Yeah, should be good. Okay, now I'm gonna switch it to this.
Barp, barp, everyone.
Towards us.
Fuck. Something turned off.
Okay. That should be live and all ready. I'll have it on.
Are you sitting on this chair?
I'm gonna sit on this chair.
Looking mighty thick today.
Not me. Jesus Christ. All right, hang on.
Fucking goer.
And
Fuck off.
Go Raiders great. Hey. Oh wait.
No.
I changed my Gintoki for a different Gintoki.
He's in the way of my bicep.
Yeah. I added more dudes.
What'd you buy?
What?
What'd you buy?
No, I just switched them out. It's, like I said, I have them in a closet and I switch them out every once in a while just to have different decorations.
Oh, yeah, you do. You have a different one this time.
Because I don't have the Dragon Zord out here.
Blue,
Dragon Kaiser.
like, what's his name?
Gintoki.
No, Super Saiyan 4 Naruto with sword.
What?
Or whatever the fuck his name is. I don't know. It's Kentucky?
Yeah.
Like Kentucky Fried Chicken?
No, sure. All right. Welcome to Blowhards, episode 63.
It sure is.
I'm Ryan Hess. With me is Erick Peña.
That's me.
That's it.
That's it. That's all.
True.
That's all you get today.
Substitute.
What's your?
That's why that's there. I don't know. He's gone. He's not here.
What do you mean? What else does he have to do?
I don't know.
I know he doesn't have like a real
I
job.
hope this is recording.
You want to go check?
I mean, I know it's live, so at the very least.
We have the live feed of it.
I wish I had like a touch screen. I need to get. I had one. I gave it to McKenna. I wonder if she's using it, a wireless mouse, so I could like switch between the tabs here,
McKenna.
so I could see. She's not here. She'd be sleeping if she was here. Give me my water. I need that. I'm fat. I need moisture. Moisturize me. It's like the one day I don't look completely like shit because my shirt is dark. So you can't like see the curves of my tits.
Well, that's good.
I'm trying to be on the same screen as us because I don't never switch the camera anymore. I just
The hard part is like
Don't bother
looking
with
at
it.
you and not looking at the camera.
yeah.
That one.
Well, I mean, it's good to look at the screen, but looking at the camera directly is bad.
yeah,
So
because then you see
movie magic, people. The camera's over here, but we're over.
Yeah,
The screen is this way.
that's how we get to basically like satisfy all of our narcissistic urges by looking directly at the
Oh,
camera.
whatever. Give me a good view of how fucking gross I am.
All things considered, that's fine.
I don't know.
Whatever. So tell me about your week. What did you do this week?
What did I do this week? I played Bomb Chicken. The game's great.
Oh yeah, okay, I remember that one. Everybody was like making that joke about how video games cause terrorism.
I don't know about that, but yeah,
That was a good time. I did that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so how was Bomb Chicken?
it's good.
Was it bomb?
It's bomb.com.
Was it bomb.gov?
No. I mean, no.
Don't say that.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
Don't bomb the government.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Taxpayers have to pay for it.
yeah, no, I'll pay for that.
And they also pay for the bombs, probably.
And the bombs, yeah.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we get kicked off Twitch
Self-destruction.
super quick.
Whatever.
That's fine. So
we
okay,
talked
so-
about the 3 Egyptian god cards of black women last week. We said faggot on this show last week.
Oh, we did. Yeah, that's true.
I think.
We're evolving.
At least once.
We're evolving or devolving.
Devolving probably is the term they use there. I need to have the things open because I don't have a way to check.
Oh, right. We need to turn on the chat. Hang
That's
on.
fine.
Do you want to turn on the
I
chat?
got it. I'm making it work.
Make
Hopefully. Let's see if we're actually live even.
Make it work, Ryan. I'm trying not to pay attention to my phone recently.
I can't tell. Really?
I am.
How come?
I use my phone a lot for everything.
It doesn't say we're live. I'm concerned.
Oh no.
I know.
That means we're just recording for our own purposes.
Maybe.
Again with the fucking
I'd save money if I just recorded and told you guys I published it somewhere.
Deutsch.
But we have people that actually
No,
listen.
I
so.
listen to it. I listen to the show.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I'm checking this right now. I don't know what my login bullshit is.
For Twitch?
Fuck.
I have it on my phone. I just need to... Oh, here it is.
Oh, do you?
Here we are.
Are we live?
Yeah, I believe so. I can chat with our community. We don't have anybody.
It's fine.
We have one viewer. It's probably Sebastian being up too late.
Sebastian, go to
Poor
bed.
bastard. Yeah.
Yeah, keep the chat open.
I
Yeah,
got
we'll
it.
see what's going
I got
on.
it. I also need to look into the Discord for questions, but I'll do that later.
Oh, right. That's
Anyway, look, see, it's you.
Now I'm more
listeners.
self-conscious about my hair.
But now I can have us on camera without worrying about it and also pay attention to the chat if people actually talk to us instead of being like, these guys aren't paying attention. Like, oh, it happens usually because I'm fucking trying to talk. Anyway, let's see. What else? So what's going on?
Oh, yeah.
Bomb Chicken.
Yeah.
It's a platformer where you play as a chicken and your only vertical movement is laying bombs. as like eggs that are the size of your body, and you can lay like 5 in a row, or like you can lay as many as there is room to move up.
Really?
Yeah, but they blow up eventually. It's like if you just keep doing it, eventually the bottom will start a chain reaction blowing up towards you, and you can be hurt by your own shit. So you have to be careful.
Did you beat it already?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, so you have to lay eggs just to basically jump, and then you have to move off the bombs.
Because you can't jump. The only way is to...
Yeah, because you're a chicken.
Yeah.
Chickens don't jump.
Yeah. I've seen chicken run. They can't even fly. That movie's great. It's great.
That's
Man.
terrible.
Oh, he suck. So what's up? I'm trying to think what else. Bomb Chicken's great. I got 100% completion in that. I got all the... What is there to get in that? Like gems or whatever in
Is
each
it a really
level.
small game?
It's like 29 levels. Took 2 settings. I have a lot of free time at work.
Yeah, I got that.
Is what it comes down to, yeah. It got really hard towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. But yeah. Because you can use the bombs to like elevate yourself, and you can also like run into them and like shoot them across. Like you kick them across the screen, and they just stay at like whatever level they were at. So like if you go like 3 up, and then you like run off of it, but then kind of go back real quick, you can like kick the top one off. So like if an enemy is like on a ledge that you can't get up because it's like stairs, you can like boop, 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 and then kick one towards them and blow them up. They explode on contact.
I remember when we were watching the E3 trailer for it, we were like, "That looks good."
Yeah, they showed it. Was it E3?
I'm pretty sure.
Something. It was on some Nintendo Direct.
Mm-hmm.
They just do those whenever the fuck they want.
around the same time.
Probably.
Regardless.
Right.
Yeah.
It's great.
I'm glad
Recommend. It's like $14 or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not bad.
It's not too bad.
I've been looking for stuff to buy, and I remembered I shouldn't be buying more stuff. I have way too many games already.
Well, I saw 2 more I wanted to buy, and I was like, I need to finish other games first.
What do you want to buy?
That Minute game came out, where your character lasts a minute and then he dies, regardless of anything.
What?
Yeah, it's like Zelda kind of like top down, like original Zelda type thing, but it's all black and white. And you have your character you have to like figure out anywhere you can go, but your character dies after 60 seconds.
Oh shit!
So it's called Minute.
Like some kind of fox die virus.
Yeah, something like that.
Really?
And like you restart wherever. And I think like within 60 seconds you can get to like a checkpoint, and then it's just like you have to get to the next one in a minute, or you can explore everything around you and find out, and then like you can get through, or you can learn obstacles, and then it's like eventually you'll be able to get through it in a minute and find things that way or whatever. But
I want to play that. I think I saw a trailer for
it
that.
looks pretty interesting. I think that's like $10. And then they also put out Okami, which I've never played before, and that's like 20 something. That's also out on Switch. Yeah, I've never played that before. I've heard
Really?
it's really good. Yeah, it's been on like every platform. I've never played it.
It's been on every platform since the GameCube. No, since the
It's PS2.
It was PS2. It was PS2. Then it came out on the Wii U. On the Wii.
On the Wii
Now it's finally on the
it came
Switch.
out on the Wii with the IGN watermark because they printed it off like their review or something for the cover for that. Yeah, it was bad.
It's like once a year with those guys. That's fine. They're still good. They still do fine.
What?
IGN.
Ow. That's not IGN's fault that Capcom printed shit wrong or whatever.
No, I thought. Oh no, that's true. Yeah, they like select
because
it.
it was yeah.
But they're always involved in something. I guess
IGN,
when you're that
whatever.
big, when you're that big of a,
Yeah.
it's something's gonna. It's like Walmart.
Yeah.
Like something's gonna stick.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Walmart employee.
Oh shit! Didn't shit just
murders
go?
the whole family.
Something just went wrong with like Bethesda recently.
With Bethesda?
Yeah.
What did they do?
There was something like they were. Oh yeah, I tried to talk to people about this because this is my job or whatever. Bethesda like blocked the sale of a used game.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, Bethesda's gonna make it so you can't sell games anymore. It's like that's not the fuck what's happening. Polygon fucking of course did their headline wrong, and people only read headlines anymore, so they don't know the real story. Like eventually, all the other news outlets did it properly. The one I saw in particular was like PC Gamer was like Bethesda blocked a used game being advertised as new, which is the problem. You can't sell a game that you own secondhand.
Because I heard of
So basically,
I didn't even read the headline.
Yeah.
I just read what you said. And I was like,
so basically, what happened is some guy on like probably Reddit or some shit or whatever was bitching that Bethesda blocked. Bethesda like directly came in. He was trying to sell a game on Amazon that he bought from Target or who knows where, and he was trying. It was according to him still sealed in like the shrink wrap or whatever, and he was trying to sell it new, like brand new, and it's not fucking brand new. Like I get people in my pawn shop all the time that are just like, oh, I haven't opened this thing, it's new. It's like it's not because when we have to resell it, we don't have the fucking warranty, and we can't give them like this guarantee that it's like this new thing because we don't know it. Like if you sold it, like if you sold it to somebody, or if that guy sold it to you, you wouldn't know if it's actually new because he's not an authorized reseller. So
he's
it's
not
just,
a retailer. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not a retailer. Yeah, exactly. So, and it's just, and he was trying to sell, and he was like, I don't understand. And like people were reporting on this. Polygon specifically was being like, oh, you can't sell. Bethesda's blocking people from selling used games, and like they just made this big leap.
Oh, so they were 100% lying, or they weren't lying.
They weren't
just
lying.
completely
They clicks or whatever is the thing. Yeah.
So
Yeah, because I mean, like anyone can. Yeah, like there's no.
You can sell it for whatever you want. You just can't sell it as a new product.
Well, I mean, so here's the thing: it's like you buy this game. I don't know if I need to turn you up or whatever. I need to have something for that too.
What?
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, that's better. Like you can buy a game and play it. Like it's not hard for people. Like it's not the easiest thing, but people can shrink wrap their own shit.
Yeah, of course.
It's not that hard. And that's the only way to tell if it's new, aside from you don't have a warranty or whatever.
We had a shrink wrap machine at my GameStop,
right?
And there was like
that's what I'm saying. And this guy was like, "There's like other than this guy's word, there's no way to know that his copy is new,
or that there's a game in it,
huh?
Or that there's a game in it,
right? Or there's a game in it, or that he hasn't like redeemed the inside shit. He wasn't a guy at GameStop taking the fucking 3-month thing from him.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
I've never heard of anybody doing it.
Or was it a month? I don't remember.
It's a month code.
Right.
I only did that off the used ones.
I'm just kidding.
Shit.
I know.
Speaking of,
I did that with
my
Nintendo
Xbox,
rewards or whatever points.
Yeah, sure. I did that too. My Xbox Live is finally gonna run out.
Oh wow! After 7 years of taking codes.
No, 10 years of taking codes. I haven't paid for Xbox Live in over 10 years.
10
because of all those
That's
codes.
2 5s.
2 5s. every Grand Theft Auto 4 had a month code, and I had fucking. I don't even know how many. At least 100. It would obviously be like 120 at this point.
Sorry, Sebastian. It is too late.
That is too late. Yeah. What do you want?
He said it's me, and he said definitely too late. So I'm still getting lag on the chat, even though I'm saying I have it open here. Whatever, we'll figure it out as we go. But yeah, I don't know. Whatever. But like, and the other thing is like, okay, say you have a legit new game, like you yourself, and you want to sell it, right? You want to get money for it. If you're selling anything, you want to get the most money for it, right?
Right.
So if your thing is new, why don't you return it?
That's a great question.
So, and you know why you wouldn't return it? If you had a really new thing, you stole it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's why we don't fucking deal with that shit.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, you have this new drill, like this DeWalt thing. I wonder how you got that.
Mm-hmm.
You fucking stole it.
Like, I got that as a gift.
You're from Apache Junction. I'm going to fucking profile you. You fucking dirty.
No, it's true, because that people do that to us all the time.
Yeah.
When I was working at GameStop, when I work at GameStop, they would come in with, because in my particular scenario, we were right next to a Target.
Yeah.
Right. And people always steal shit from the big box stores. So they'll go to Target, they'll get whatever bargain bin games. A lot of times I don't know how they would get them, but I remember one guy kept bringing in like 6 copies of Smash Brothers like every other day. Yeah. Just a brand new copy. You go outside and you see the cellophane on the ground.
Yeah.
Because he knew that we wouldn't take it new because we only buy used products.
I remember they had that once, the day of release. They got like a pristine copy of, and they thought it was stolen because it was like the day of release, but it was Dark Void. And it's just no, just nobody wants this game. Somebody bought that. And
was that a John store?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it was.
Yeah. Well, because I did the same thing and I worked there and I was like, I don't want Fracture. This game was a fucking meme. This sucked.
That was all his fault, though.
Yeah,
he convinced all you guys to buy that.
He did, yeah. That sucked.
No, but I mean,
sucks.
A lot of times people get really upset because you can't resell to GameStop, a brand new game. But
right.
I wouldn't feel as bad about it if they weren't such dicks about it the whole time. Because you'll tell them we only buy used games because we want people to play them.
Yeah.
But then they'll come in and they're like, but this was a gift.
Right.
That sucks. I'm sorry. I can if you open it up and go somewhere else, you can sell it there.
Right.
But I can't.
Well, people always have the thing where it's like I only used it once, so I should get more money for it. And it's like that's not how the fuck it works. Like when people are like, I've put one round through this gun, so it's like it's barely used, and I should get more money. It's used.
It's a used gun.
Even if you never touched it.
Yeah, I have no way of verifying that. You could.
Right. Anyway, aside from that, I've been playing Octopath Traveler. I finally got the 8th character. I'm like 15 hours in. It's not very far. I finally figured out though that I'm just going to use the soldier guy warrior.
He's got like the best
Cyrus
mass attack.
Cyrus has the best like magic shit, and then the Ophelia has the best like healing thing or whatever. So it's those three, and then whoever story it is the fourth person, basically.
Those are your main characters.
Basically,
that's
I just swap them out. I saw this thing though of how to like rig it to get the most experience. Have you seen this?
No.
So it's like you have the dancer chick, and you make her second job apothecary, and then you have both the
here's how to cheat an Octopath.
The trader and the merchant, or the merchant and the thief. You make their secondary job each other's jobs, so they're both thieves and they're both merchants. And then you have somebody as a cleric. You can just have Ophelia or whatever. And what you do is like, what's her name? The dancer.
Primrose.
Yeah, or anyone that's a dancer, because you can do this once you have the other four characters. You can do the same thing because you can give anybody any job.
Right.
She gets some ability. It's like metronome basically in Pokemon. Like it's some dance that can like it can affect you negatively. It can like give all your characters like silence or whatever. But one of the effects of it is that it can times the experience you gain by 100.
What?
Yeah, it's like I don't know it's like a 1% chance or something, but you can do it. And so what you do is the other two characters are thieves and merchants. And they both have abilities eventually that they can give other characters either BP or SP, which is like how much it costs to use that ability. Or
yeah.
Because if you have
rest or whatever.
But if you have 3 BP, you can do the dance 4 times, and then it'll.
So you have
you have 4 chances of getting it. But there's also a thing that the cleric gets, where you put the effect on the dancer, and then she can do the move twice, so she can do it 8 times.
So that's 8% chance.
Yeah, and then thieves I forget if it's thieves or merchants, but they both have an ability called rest, where they can gain back their SP to give you more, basically. So it's crazy. People figured that out. Now it's just like, if you get this 1% chance, you can do this thing. But the dance that she does also can like kill the enemy, because you basically have to encounter a horde of enemies and kill all of them but one. And just keep doing that dance and nothing else. And sometimes that dance can kill them, or something. You can turn them into a cat, which will run, or Kate, or whatever they're called, the cat with the bag or whatever. So it's crazy. People are fucking nuts. They figured this shit out.
I mean, they've been doing this sort of stuff since back in Super Nintendo days. With
I know.
The first, like,
well, I mean, I think I talked about it on here when I did the thing in Final Fantasy IV. Where I found out that like I could just have the one enemy that spawns another enemy, and it just keep killing the one that spawns, and I just like because you can set that to auto battle or whatever, and I just looped it for like 5 hours. I just like left it, and I was like, I'll just go do something else.
It defeats the whole point of the game.
I know.
Like the actual playing part.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Like I mean, because you think about that, and then you think about
You think about what?
Oh, thanks, Sebastian. He said the second job thing, because I was asking him about
Yeah, I remember you put a picture up. There was a little question mark thing.
What question mark was on the main menu. That's the second job thing. Interesting. Cool. Yeah. So but the thing about it takes away like the whole point of the game or whatever. And that's what the point I was trying to make to you about single player games having fucking loot boxes and microtransactions, because you're also just cheating yourself that way too. Yeah, it's like you just play the fucking game.
Yeah, but that hurts you more than the other one.
Sure.
That one you pay for the game, and then it just kind of plays itself.
Right.
As opposed to this one you're paying. You're paying so you don't have to play the game.
I know.
I mean, it's dumb.
Yeah.
But you can also just.
You defended it though when we talked about it.
No, I still think it's a good idea if you're dumb enough to pay. I mean, I actually
spend money. It's a good idea on the developer side.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I usually like to think about things from the production aspect.
Sure.
As opposed to from the actual consumer aspect.
Right.
Mostly because it makes more sense if you think about it that way.
But we're talking to people that play games, not people that make them.
Don't spend money on games that you don't spend money on shit that hurts you. So don't
stop buying games before you finish them too, Sebastian.
Yeah, Sebastian.
And me.
And Brian. You guys stop doing whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
Both of you.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway.
That's cool.
That'll happen.
I'm glad you're playing it. Is that all you played? Just Octopath and then
Bomb Chicken, yeah.
That's for the best.
Yeah. I also bought that game Dead Cells like at the same time I bought Bomb Chicken, just because I wanted to play
it. Is it good?
I haven't played it yet, because I wanted to do more Octopath. I was like, I need to finish this before I start this other game or whatever. But I wanna. It's like right there. But I've also heard that like the Switch version has like frame rate issues or something. So like I might just like hold off until they patch it, because they're gonna patch it. Like that'll happen eventually.
You can still buy it and then.
I mean, I did.
I
have it. Yeah.
How much is it?
I don't remember 15, maybe 20.
I was watching gameplay for it because I was speaking of that IGN thing. I was really like, I didn't know about this game, and I've literally
Dead Cells.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about it.
I saw it when I talked about the Steam sale or whatever. I saw it like was recommended to me, but it was in early access. I'm like, I'm not fucking buying something in early access. That's just dumb.
It was just one of those things where I actually I found out about it through the controversy or whatever with that guy that did the review,
IGN
guy, and all that nonsense.
Right. Yeah,
which is really unfair because a lot of people are blaming IGN for it, and I'm like, they solved it. Like as soon as they figured it out, they fucking squalled that shit.
The thing is too is like, did you see all the shit after that with that guy?
Oh yeah, he's a fucking asshole. Man. Yeah, he's like, it's the most not dishonest. It's like the most passive. Like, sorry I made you sad type thing.
Yeah.
Sorry I made you feel bad.
Right.
Like,
no, but did you see after that?
No.
No, man.
What happened?
So in his apology video, he like talked about, because I think Kotaku's the one that broke the story that he plagiarized it or whatever.
Well, it was the guy himself, the guy that recorded the video.
Oh, the guy from his YouTube. Yeah, I saw the guy that made the YouTube. But they worked with that guy and broke the story. I think Kotaku did. Like, I think that's how it got like big, because that YouTuber's only so much, because he had his. He's shit doing better now. For sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But like in the guy that plagiarized shit in his video, of his apology video, that wasn't the fuck at all, and he didn't even admit to plagiarizing or whatever.
So bad.
Yeah, but like at one point in that, he calls Kotaku out, and he's just like, "Go ahead and look for other things." It was only this video that he plagiarized, and like Jason Schreier was like, "Oh, okay, you told us to look into it," and we fucking, and like his FIFA thing was played.
How the fuck?
Everything he's done has been like something, like even like his earliest shit or whatever has like always been somebody else's work.
How the fuck do you plagiarize a review of FIFA?
I don't know, because it's like because
I remember. Well,
because there was some other review they found out, and there was some review that he plagiarized. I forget what it was. But like in the review, they talk about like targeting or something being like to right trigger or something, and the guy copied that, and that was a mistake. And like later on, they were like, "Oh, we fucked up," and like the way you control this is actually this. So like they found it by that guy's mistake because he copied somebody else's mistake because he's not fucking paying attention. It's so dumb. That guy's an idiot.
I
hope he's just ruined forever. Like nobody fucking watches his YouTube or anything even.
Because I watched that original video because it was tweeted. It was on Twitter, and I was like, it was Jake and Sam, and they were talking. June baby. They were talking about Sam. Tell me.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
We were talking on Twitter, and they were talking about some plagiarism thing. I'm like, what plagiarism thing?
Yeah.
And I just walk in.
Yeah.
And they send me. Jake sends me the link, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I was like, this game looks cool.
Yeah.
And then I was started, and then maybe a couple hours later, he released that. He had actually released the apology. The non-apology. Non-apology video.
Exactly.
And then about yesterday or 2 days ago, Colin Moriarty, he released this Colin's Last Stand video about it, and he kind of went further into detail. And that's when I actually found out about the FIFA thing.
Yeah.
And I was
like, bad.
Oh my god. That's so awkward. Yeah. I don't know, because he goes into it. He says, I don't understand why anybody, because he goes mostly into the ramifications for IGN.
Right.
Like this, in an already tumultuous like media, like journalistic integrity environment that we're in.
And people doubting them because of the Humble Bundle thing a few months ago or whatever. Yeah.
It's this sort of stuff just hurts more than just him.
Yeah.
And that, it's really good for them to step up and really try to focus on fixing the
problem. Good they got a statement out pretty quick too.
Really quick.
Yeah. And it was like the guy that was on top of it was Pear.
Yeah.
There was like he's like, hey, we're looking into this sucks, and people in the comments would tell him more shit, and he's like, okay, we'll look into that also, like, because like I think at some point they made it so like all the views and like ad revenue they got from people clicking on the plagiarized reviews, they were giving back to the guy that got plagiarized from.
Really?
Yeah, because they're really cool like that, because they do have their integrity. I mean, it's not always on display. People only talk about the shit that's gossip worthy and bad things about them or
Speaking
whatever.
Speaking of Pear, I remember back when you were using Facebook more often, you were talking to him, and now
he follows me on Twitter still.
And we were just kind of, and I joined in, and we were just having like a little conversation, and then now it's like, who's that guy?
Yeah.
you're like, oh, it's Pear Schneider. He's the founder of IGN. Or I'm like, the fuck?
He's the guy closest to the screen in Gaijin Yonkoma.
Guy number 4.
Guy number 4. Yeah.
Is it 4 or 5?
He's 4.
That was for Zelda, wasn't it? Yeah. When they announced
I can't remember.
I think it was Twilight Princess.
Was it?
Yeah. Or it was either that or the Nintendo Worlds one.
Was it? I thought it was. No, it wasn't Skyward Sword. That's way later.
Because if it was Twilight Princess, it would have been 2002 or 2003, around the same time.
Well, it must have been like peak meme time, so it wasn't Wind Waker. It was 2007, yeah, so it must have been Twilight Princess.
I mean, I understand completely how he felt that way.
Twilight Princess?
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. No, but I was the guy, evidently and it really sucks I can't remember the name of that guy's channel, but he was really good about it.
I think, is it Boomstick Gaming?
Boomstick Gaming.
Okay.
Shout out to him.
Yeah.
He took it like really well.
Yeah.
He was like, no, I don't. He's like, I just want the credit where it's due.
Right.
I don't want him fired.
Well, because what sucked is I saw that guy's video.
Yeah.
His original thing.
He's like fucking dead. Like he just straight copied.
No. I'm talking about the guy that got plagiarized from. Like he like before it got big or whatever. He had a video. He's like, IGN took my review. What should I do? Or what can I do?
Yeah.
Like he was because he like freaked out because it's like, I mean, because. Like if we lived in like a worse world or whatever, it's just like, okay, fucking deal with it. Like they could have done nothing. Like I mean, they could have like denied it or something.
I mean, that would have ruined their reputation.
For sure.
But yeah,
but they're not that kind of company. But I'm just saying, like they could have done like the bare minimum, but they didn't. They went above and beyond. I'm really happy for them. For sure.
This is one of those things where like I said, you're taking a gamble.
Yeah.
You're going to take a huge hit if you don't do something about this.
And like I mean, it's not worth saying there's like a blanket thing either, where it's like. IGN as a whole is worth defending, but like the journalistic side is for sure. Oh, yeah. Like their PR and like all that shit, and like the fucking monetary side of it, like Ziff Davis and all that, like their corporate fucking overlords and shit. It just sucks. What they do. So yeah,
I mean their goal, their moral justification is literally we need to make money for our investors. That's what they do. Right. The journalistic guys. Yeah. They have their standards, which I appreciate.
Yeah, I mean none of them are good at video games.
They're fucking bad at games. Like that's
for the most part. Yeah, there was a thing where they were.
Did you watch Arthur Geese's?
I don't watch Arthur Geese's anything.
Oh, he did a review for Doom, and it made me so sad.
Oh man,
I was like, oh my god.
But there's a thing. There's a feature IGN did about. There's this one star. Were they stars in Mario Galaxy? Yeah, they were, right? Or Mario Odyssey.
Oh,
it was stars, right? Power stars, like different colors. No, or they're moons.
Power moons, yeah.
Moons. Wow, God, that game was awesome, but I already forgot. There's like one where you have to like, it's like you have to run towards a thing, and like a huge bullet bill chases you. And you have to like run back underneath where you ran, and you have to time long jumps, like where you crouch and like slide and jump. Yeah, you have to do like 4 of those in a row. And they had like all different people at IGN that worked there trying to do it, and they all fucking failed. And then they had like the video editor guy who's never on camera. He did it like the first try. He's like, oh, I'm actually good at games. Sorry. Like, but you never see that guy like talking or anything. It sucks.
And then everyone clapped.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, that's just whatever. Speaking of Doom, they showed new Doom gameplay. Did you see that for
they brought back the Marines. So like the weird zombie Marines. Yeah. So that's cool, and they're not just demon looking things. They're just zombie looking things. For some
Doom
reason,
Eternal gameplay is what we're talking about.
For some reason, he's got a fucking like.
Grappling hook thing.
He's got a grappling hook and like a sword that just comes out of his, and he's got rocket pods. They're like, hey, we're just fucking giving everything.
Well, the cool thing is like it's like it looks like as good, but it's not just like more of the same good. It's like they added like fundamental gameplay changes to it with the grapple thing, and the fucking sword thing is significantly different enough. I feel like. I mean, it's not. It's because you had the thing before in the first Doom or the first remake Doom or whatever, where you can just get the upgrade and just punch through shit or whatever. That's a similar melee thing or whatever, but they also added the sword.
But now you can cut things too.
Yes, cutting things is good.
I'm really excited for it.
It should be good.
I have no idea when it comes out.
Next year sometime probably, like everything else.
That's a bummer.
Whatever.
It should be out sooner.
It should be out sooner.
Can't have it out.
Can't have it all.
No, you cannot. What was I gonna say specifically about that Doom thing? Now. It seems as though they're just kind of going over a little bit more humorous this time, or maybe it just feels that way, because it's like if you're it's like we don't call them zombies, we call them demonically like our demonically challenged friends. Right. I'm like, what the fuck? I love the way that they're going for this one. Yeah. And there was in that video, the one they showed for was it QuakeCon? Mm-hmm. There's the guy that has the red key on his neck. And he's just super afraid of the Doom guy, of the Doom Slayer. So he grabs the key and just slowly moves it over, and the guy's like, he's gonna rip my head off.
Oh man, yeah, that shit's great.
I'm really excited for that. I want to play that. And then, what did I watch? Oh, they released the gameplay trailer for Red Dead Redemption 2, and it looks really good.
I didn't even bother.
And it got my hype back up again.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't care.
It looks really good because they added stuff that I wanted. They brought back combat that looks like the combat that they had in the Warriors. Okay. Which is like you have actual fighting, and then not just like random punching you can throw. You can also take people down to the ground. and they also have like actual ways that you can interact with people. Mm-hmm. So in the first Red Dead, you could just push B or circle or whatever when you walk next to somebody, and you'd like tip your hat, all that.
Sure.
Carpet. In this one, you can be like, if you want to be aggressive, if you want to be passive, or if you want to threaten them,
mm-hmm.
like specifically to get something out of them. And it looks so Rockstar's really gonna kill it with this one. They have crocodiles too. I'm
scared because there's that thing we talked about like at the beginning of the year where 2K is like, we're gonna put microtransactions and all our shit. I'm just like, why?
I want to know what I need to know what they're gonna add.
Sure.
If they're gonna add them,
I don't know. Bottom line is, at the end of the day, I'll still get this game. I'll still be able to put 3 horses in a row on the train tracks and fucking wait for the train. Hopefully there's trains, right?
Yeah, there's a shit ton of trains.
It's a prequel, right? Or like it's like it's not the same character, but it's set before.
It's supposed to. I think I don't.
John Marston's in it, but you're not him.
He's in the trailer.
Yeah, no.
He's itty bitty. He's young. Well, he's not itty bitty.
But I'm saying like he's in it, but you're not him.
I really like this guy. Yeah. The guy that you play as. I forgot what his name.
Isn't he like? Aren't you like the leader of his gang or something?
No. You're just one of the guys. You're
some other guy.
You're in Dutch's gang.
Got it.
But you're just some guy. That means you're probably gonna die.
Yeah, probably.
You're probably
that's just how it goes, right?
Yeah, I mean,
there's got to be some reason you're not in the first one, right?
Yeah.
So
I just want them to find a connection to Red Dead Revolver. That's all I want. Cause
I just want them to do another zombie expansion.
Yeah.
or something as good as that, because that was awesome.
I know it kind of goes. It's a little bit. It should go without saying,
mm-hmm.
but the game looks beautiful.
Right.
Rockstar just like, hey, we did this other masterpiece. You know how they make these grandiose paintings
mm-hmm.
that somebody spent like 7 years working on.
Mm-hmm.
We did the same thing, but you can walk around in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so pretty. I want to play that really badly. I'm trying to think of something else, and specifically, because mostly I've just been watching movies the entire time. I don't know.
Like what?
I bought.
Well, we watched BlackkKlansman.
We did watch BlackkKlansman.
Yeah. The not so subtle Spike Lee joint.
That is, man's as subtle as a heart attack.
Yeah.
That was fun. I liked it.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was just aside from I didn't
like the scene at the end where it's the news, but
yeah, I was like, fuck the news. Speaking of last year or 2 years ago, or I don't know, last year when we did episode 11, that's literally what I said. It's like, come listen to us. Fuck the news, because we talked about everything. I don't remember what it was.
Whatever, yeah.
But yeah, there was a little on the nose.
A little bit.
I think just like
a little bit.
Because there was a
because it could be because the final scene where they show a cross burning isn't direct enough.
Not substantial. No.
Yeah. Which is horrible.
It could have ended like literally right. No, of course that's terrible.
Yeah.
But it's like could have ended right there. It's like that weird zoom in scene and you see the cross and you're like,
I'll tell you though,
right there, perfect.
There hasn't been a movie like this probably ever. Like being a white guy seeing that movie, I was just like, man, this sucks.
Listen,
I'm just like, it was like secondhand or like
secondhand shame,
like or like embarrassment or like all of it, whatever. Yeah,
expound on that.
Just seeing certain things people say or whatever, like like when they talk about like, oh, I'm glad that this like race isn't around or something. I'm like, Jesus, dude, like why you gotta?
Oh yeah,
just anything like that, or it's like, oh, I mean, they kind of, I know that's not a big thing for you or whatever, but they're just like, oh, everyone carries their guns everywhere type of shit, and that's neither here nor there. But it's just like the fact that all of them did, and it's just like, okay, and then like the fucking the one like the extra like stupid one was like he pointed his gun at his face. So I was like, dude, like this. I was like, I'm like, oh look, it's another pawn shop customer. Great, fucking goddamn.
So I really like that movie just because they kind of made it. They very clearly.
Well, I don't even know who the one guy is, but he's great. The main character,
David Duke.
No. What? No, the black guy.
Oh,
I don't know the actor's name, but he was awesome. I need to see him in more.
I think we're talking about how Topher Grace played David Duke. It was hilarious. He was so funny.
Yeah,
it was. Like,
he was awesome.
I understand that it's like a bad thing to enjoy that character, but he did such a good job.
Did you hear that David Duke like called the production of that movie? He's like, I want to make sure I'm not being portrayed as bad. It's like, you were the fucking head of the KKK. There's no way to make you look good.
Listen,
you're fucking a bad guy.
Listen, that guy's still on Twitter. Don't ask me how.
That guy sucks.
All right.
I hate that guy.
Yeah, of course. Nobody likes David Duke.
But it's just, I mean, I hate him more because of that movie.
Yeah.
Just because fucking Topher Grace. God damn it.
It was so, he did an excellent job as David Duke.
Sure.
And what's his name? The guy looks like a foot.
Oh, Darth Hideous? Adam Driver? Yeah. Yeah.
He did really good.
Yeah.
I loved the movie.
Yeah.
Except for those 4 scenes I was telling you about.
That one guy,
low hanging fruit. Don't do it. And he did. I'm like,
yeah, gotta drive it home. He wants to start a conversation in America.
I never rolled my eyes harder.
Yeah.
They were gonna get stuck.
Yeah.
Aside from those, it was great.
Like, I like that movie, but I'm glad it lost to the Meg at the box office because you fucking tried too hard with that movie. I feel like
it lost to the Meg.
Yeah,
the shark movie.
Yeah,
we should have gone to see the Meg.
We should see that still. I still want to see the.
All right, we can go see that movie.
Okay.
We can take Churro.
Yeah. No, Churro won't go. We gotta see it in IMAX though. They're playing in IMAX. That's probably why I did more, because they cost more money to go to IMAX.
Nobody wants to go see a big, giant burning cross in IMAX? That's weird. That's shocking to me.
I mean, hopefully nobody wants to see a burning cross anywhere. But
there's also that.
Yeah.
It was, like I said, it was just kind of like...
Yeah. It was a little...
I really
And the whole time I couldn't figure out that the love interest in that movie was the like high school girl in fucking...
Yeah, she's like 30.
Yeah, in fucking Spider-Man Homecoming.
Which I also just bought.
Yeah, I have that too. I have it digital.
I know,
it's great.
It's
yeah,
such a good movie.
Yeah, that movie rules.
I think I enjoyed her in that movie a lot more than I enjoyed her in BlackkKlansman. But she was still cutie.
Yeah,
big old fro.
Big old cutie fro.
Cute. Yeah, it's great. Delicious. If Churro was here, he'd agree with me.
Yeah.
So you felt weird watching it because you were like.
I feel weird typing.
I
feel weird typing, except to type KKK every time I type it. But I'm adding it to our show notes because it'll be in there somewhere, I'm sure.
It was an interesting experience.
It was certainly something. It's funny.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, like just like every time he does white voice or whatever. God bless Hawaii.
God bless white America.
Yeah, he'd always add the H to his W's, which it's a classic white guy thing.
Aura.
Yeah, Jesus. But that scene's great at the end when he's talking to him on the phone.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I think I told you this when we were talking after the movie, because I was like I feel like Quentin Tarantino is one of my favorite directors.
Sure,
and I know
mine too.
Yeah, he's just really good.
Yep.
And it just felt like this movie would have been a really good Quentin Tarantino movie, but it wasn't. I'm like,
if it was a Tarantino movie, that bomb would have actually gone off and killed people.
Yeah.
Besides the one spoilers. Right. Whatever.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like it would have been. I don't know. He takes subtlety in a different way. Spike Lee definitely does not.
Yeah.
But I mean, Spike Lee also did New Jack City, which is great. What's your favorite Spike Lee movie? Mine's Inside Man.
Mine too. I think that's the only one I've seen though. Besides
really?
BlackkKlansman. I think so.
Better BlackkKlansman.
Shut up.
It's BlackkKlansman.
That's what I said.
It was good.
What'd I say?
I don't know.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah. But if you have to choose one, watch Inside Man. It's great.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
that's mostly because of Owen Wilson, though. Owen Wilson. Fuck. Not Owen Wilson.
Go see BlackkKlansman, but don't start a fucking conversation about politics based on just that movie. Like,
fucking please.
Yeah, because that's what they want people to do.
Yeah.
Be uninformed.
You can just watch The Meg for that. Corporatism.
I bet he kicks that shark. I need to see that movie.
I know. I want to see it too.
Filmography. Okay, hang on. Let me see. I haven't seen School Days.
You haven't seen School Days?
Or Malcolm X.
How about doing it or
do the right thing?
Do the right thing.
Nope. Girl 6. I don't even know what that is. Summer of Sam.
I don't think I've seen that one.
25th Hour. Inside Man is seen.
That's the only one.
I remember Miracle at St. Anna being out in theaters when I worked at theaters. I was like, I'm not watching that fucking shit.
That was good.
Oh no, he did the Old Boy remake. Gross.
Yeah, he did. That was probably not the best one.
No, yeah, I've only seen the two. The one that we just talked about in Inside Man.
So for spoilers for that Old Boy remake, it just makes it a lot weirder when the people that are having sex and it turns out they're father and daughter.
Spoilers for a fucking 10-year-old movie.
Older than that because the original, and they're speaking English. It's just weirder. I don't know why. Yeah. It's just like
Did he still cut his tongue out?
Yeah. Everything. It's
like
it's
frame
scene by
per frame.
scene, basically
Jesus.
the exact same movie.
Yeah. The original movie's so good though.
It's
goddamn.
Great.
Oh, I love that shit.
But it just has. I forget who is who plays that guy.
Oh, the main character. I can find out and see.
It's like a really well-known actor.
Is it?
And I forget.
Is it? Oh, is it? This looks like Josh. It's Josh Brolin. Jesus. But see, I could almost see Josh Brolin taking out a bunch of dudes with a hammer in a hallway.
Yeah, I could, but not fucking his daughter.
Right.
Spoilers.
Right. But I'm saying like whoever the Korean guy is in the original movie or whatever, he fucking takes those guys out because he has to. He seems more.
He gets all fucked up.
But I'm saying he seems more vulnerable than Josh Brolin does because Josh Brolin just has like a fucking steak for a face. So he does.
You're gonna have a lot of things to pull from the show as far as names. Steak for a face.
Steak for a face. I'll probably just do bomb.com. I don't know. Whatever. BFC. Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's what it's called in the game. There's BFC you're trying to run away from. That's who makes the fried chicken in that game. BFC. Bomb fried chicken. Apparently.
All right.
I don't know. Whatever.
Down with that.
You fight a giant fried chicken at the end of that game. Spoilers. Anyway. What else? So any other movies?
Not particularly.
I've been listening to a lot of music.
What have you been listening to?
I listened to that new Jack White album finally.
How was it?
It's really good.
Did it blow your mind?
It's really good.
I'm really happy for you.
It's changing fucking rock as a genre. It's that good.
That's a fucking tall order.
I don't know if it's changing it, but it's the direction rock should go in because it's fucking great.
What
but
it's doing?
Not. It's just doing some wild shit.
Okay, so
obviously,
it's one of those things where you can't really compare. Nothing compares.
Something like that. It's like next level shit. He's like experimental as fuck. Which is crazy because like his whole thing ever since he's been solo is being like a traditionalist for like rock music or whatever, and it's fine. But like because like there was I talked with Niall in our Discord, one of our listeners, and he said that there was like he did like live shows where he just did a set of just that album or whatever, and people were put off by it because they're fans of what he did before. And it's not the same as what he usually does. So it's just like a whole wild thing, and it's crazy. It's so good though.
People were put off by it
because it's like they're so into what he usually does. They want more of it. It's like you with Muse or whatever. They're not doing the same shit they did.
I think I'd still be down to see him. I probably wouldn't.
For sure, but I'm saying if the whole set was just a new album that you didn't like,
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah,
but I mean, isn't it his sister or whatever that he plays with?
That's White Stripes is with his sister.
I know that's what I'm saying, but like
not anymore. I don't think.
But before, if that's what people are used to, or are you talking about like his new solo?
His solo career. He's had 2 albums by himself. Neither one of those are. It's close. It's kind of closer to White Stripes what they were doing, but like he has a bass player now or something. So, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's not the Raconteurs or whatever. That one. Find yourself a girl. Yeah,
that was a good joke, and
that was a good Tumblr girl song.
I don't listen.
The bass player joke? That's from Freaky Friday with Lindsay Lohan. That's not a School of Rock.
Are you sure? Because I know
I'm absolutely sure.
Because I know they were talking about it. Because like once the kids learn music, they become all cool or whatever.
They don't reference.
They start undoing their ties.
Yeah, but they don't reference modern bands in that. They talk about Sex Pistols never winning anything in that movie. I know that movie. I lost my virginity to it. Yeah, no shame. Anyway, some shame a little bit.
Anyways, what?
A little bit of shame.
Just a little bit.
I don't know who the camera is. I was like going towards the screen.
This one.
Yeah, that one over there. Now I have 2 webcams for no reason. If I'm going to just be doing this from now on. What else? Oh, I started listening to a band. It's one woman, but she's called U.S. Girls. It's really good. This new album called In a Poem Unlimited. That shit is great. It's very politically charged and very feminist type shit, but it's still good. And it's like
it's politically charged and feminist, but it's still good.
No. I'm talking. I know who I'm talking to, which is you.
Excuse me.
Nah.
What do you?
Well, because if I just talk about feminists to you, you're gonna think of like modern day what it's become or whatever.
I'm dating a feminist. She's awesome.
But I'm saying like this is like a woman that's
empowered,
but not just empowered.
She's
but like,
got balls, son.
But she's been making this for like 10 years, or it's like her like frustrations from like the last 10 years.
Okay, and
it's like she had an interview with somebody, and she's like over the course of making this, like the definition of feminist has become like
has shifted.
It's bad now. Is what it is.
It's
like
the third wave feminism versus second wave feminism.
Exactly. So and like
don't at me.
There's a song on this album called "Mad as Hell," and it's about It's like if you just kind of listen to it, you'd be like, oh, she's talking about Trump and it's like real bad or whatever. But she's talking about Obama's presidency in it and like how disappointed she is and how it calls him a coward for like drone strikes and shit. It's like, holy fuck, it's super good. And it's like I'm trying to think of how the music goes. It's like 60s sounding type of shit. It's really good.
That's fine.
I'm
down for that.
Yeah.
I've been listening to shit like that recently. I listened to this girl called LP or something like that. She has like a weird. I don't like describing music because it just sounds really pretentious.
Well, that's why I'm gonna try to play some real quick.
Yeah,
for the one. Hang on.
So I want to talk. So what's this one called?
This is called Mad as Hell.
Mad as Hell.
Yeah.
And it's by. Oh, this is. That's.
Yeah.
This is super like. Yeah. This is like early Madonna. God damn.
Yeah, it's awesome. U.S. Girls is who that is.
Okay.
So some Canadian chick. Or somebody that was so mad at being in America that she became Canadian.
Rip.
Something like that.
Way to go.
I don't know. But I've listened to a whole bunch of shit. Like I've been trying to catch up on albums this year that people have like recommended. Mm-hmm. And I listened to the 18th Judas Priest album.
18?
Yeah, because they've been around for fucking 50 years or whatever. And it's like one of the high points of their shit. Like it's super good.
I'm gonna have to listen to that.
Yeah.
Well, I've been kind of that's what's well, actually, no, I think I read a question about that. I'll go into that later.
Okay.
Because there was like that question, what's something that people don't know about you?
Okay.
So I'll go into that.
We'll get to it in a second. But yeah, I'm just like because I listened to what do I have on here? I have something called Against All Logic. Is some other like project? It's like a project by people found out it's some guy called Nicholas Jar. I don't know, but it's like super good, like alternative, like weird sounding. It's like the whole thing is like instrumental type stuff.
Okay.
Like if I just put it in the middle somewhere
in the middle. Oh damn.
Yeah, it's pretty tight.
So that's a fucking wet. That's a wet ass song.
Yeah. I found some.
It was a wet year. That's what she said.
A wet year. So there's this heavy metal band called Portal, who I'd never listened to before, and they're like apparently like the last bastion of like good heavy metal or something like.
I'll be the judge of that.
Whatever, but it's like you straight up can't understand any of it at all. Just that kind of like hard, heavy shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I get it.
That's just fun. I don't know. Like I'll put that on in the background or something or whatever. Just listening to it.
There's a happy medium for me when it comes to the entertainment. Yeah. It can't be too far to each way.
Okay.
Otherwise it's just
noise.
It's just propaganda.
Okay.
Propaganda or noise or whatever.
Sure.
It's just an extreme of it.
Yeah.
So stuff like that I can get down on.
Yeah.
But I can't listen to that on the regular. Like if I go to a show and then like a band plays something, I'm like, great, this is dope.
Well, see,
but I need to hear what they're saying.
What I do, that's not the fucking point of heavy metal.
I know.
I need to look up the lyrics because I got to know what they're saying.
Like, fuck, goblins and green.
Well,
whatever.
if you actually like look up lyrics for like Cradle of Filth, it's like, oh, this is like fucking super dark.
Yeah,
which it should be, but I mean, you just don't know what they're saying. It's
or you
fine.
can just do like a meme band, like what's that? Like Cannibal Corpse. You listen to read something like that. I'm like, this is just instructions on rape. Pretty sure.
Yeah, Jesus.
I'm like,
I don't know if you listen to it. I don't know if you listen to it, but I have new Mike Shinoda on here. His first solo album.
Post-Traumatic. I listened to that today.
That's sad.
It's sad.
It's sad as fuck. It's like a direct follow-up to Chester Bennington's Suicide.
When did that come out? Did that come out recently, or did it come out sometime last year?
I mean, it's this year. The theme of this is albums from this year.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, I finally listened to that today.
It's rough.
It's a.
But it's like
it feels like it's his coming to terms with it, because at the very beginning of it, it's very angry, sad type stuff, and then it sort of becomes a little bit more positive.
It was like the whole like making this album was therapeutic for him, type of thing is what it was for sure. But like it kind of like separating, if you can separate his like feeling, like I get that he's upset and like all that stuff, but like when you just listen to it, it's not that great.
The album itself is not great.
It's Linkin Park without Chester, so it's just like okay,
not even
right? So because it doesn't have the guy on the synth or whatever.
Mr. Hahn.
Yeah. So
the way I see it, because I remember he had a separate group called the Executioners. I think it was
Fort Minor.
I'm sorry, yeah, Fort Minor.
Thing, yeah.
Executioner was something else.
I don't know.
Regardless, so
whatever.
So Fort Minor, and it was okay.
Yeah.
It was just very much the unfortunate truth is that Mike Shinoda is as talented as he may be. The reason why he did as well was because he was in a group that did excellently together.
Yeah, that said, I don't think he's like. I think there's definitely
he's better at me than rapping. So there's that.
But I'm saying like if he does like another one, like I think he could get better. I mean that's whatever.
I gave it a listen. I gave it a listen because I wanted to see how. This was clearly a labor of love to him in a way.
For sure.
Like it was just something that he needed to do, and I felt it was something that he needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
But now I think that once he gets past this, he's gonna be a lot stronger with it.
For sure.
Because I think I told you when I went to go see them, and they were right there in front of me, and the two of them, and they were like hand in hand, singing my favorite song.
Yeah.
So I was like, Jesus Christ,
yeah.
like this is so good.
Well, there's that guy like
they're like as far away from me, like you're right there.
There's this thing I like that guy on YouTube. I like Boy in a Band, Dave Brown.
His name's Dave Brown.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that.
Yeah, he did a thing with them like 5 months, maybe less, before he killed himself, and he had like this whole thing where like behind the scenes, and like really got to talk to him and like get to know him, and like he was like, oh, this guy had like super friend, like you never know, that kind of thing. Like people just internalize it so much that you don't know that they're like all right on the edge of fucking hanging themselves or whatever.
Yeah, that was
so yeah. But yeah, and it was just because like, he did a follow-up video after he's like, I met my heroes, because his whole music thing and like different genres that he does, Boy in a Band, is all based on like that was like his jam. Like that was a huge influence for him was them. So
yeah,
and he like has this whole thing with depression and all that shit also. So it's just like it's been weird to see how it affects different people.
Things kind of flock together
for sure.
Especially because I mean everybody goes through at least through some form of things like that. But the people that I knew were more helped by that band, like my sister, my brother, they went through a lot more of it than I did.
Right.
They were just fucking heartbroken. It was the weirdest thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
crazy.
Obviously not. It was something that influenced them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And it hurt me too. Obviously, you too, because it was just everybody was affected.
Well, they were like my first concert and everything too. So it was like there was definitely significant things.
They were my last big one.
Right.
My last big concert was them.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah.
Rip. Rest in peace.
Yep. Anyway, ooh, Charlie Horse. Okay,
you gotta start.
I just like stretched my calf or something and it went bad. Anyway, let's see. What else is there? I mean, there's a bunch of other music. I have the new Deadmau5 album on here.
Deadmau5.
Deadmau5.
I don't like Deadmau5.
I don't either.
He's okay.
But this new album is supposed to be like completely different for him. Like apparently it's like orchestra like or something. So I'm like, yeah, right. That's enough to be intriguing enough to listen to. I think I haven't tried it yet, but yeah. I mean, the album's called "Where's the Drop" because apparently it's not in this album, so it's clever. Yeah, it's enough for me.
All right, so he earned a listen for me.
So yeah, and then there's also the new Gorillaz album, which I've heard is not great. But no, it's called the Now. Humans was last year, and they've already made a new one called the Now.
I didn't listen to Humans.
Humans is really good.
Is it?
That's just like a straight like album. It's just like all party music. You just play that on like anything. It's just like. It's like a whole huge.
I'm down for that.
It's a party. Like every track on that album has like a guest or something too.
Well, that's kind of like how they did with Plastic Beach, because basically every single one. Because the first one, they like Stylo. That was a big one. That one had a why can't it Mos Def? That was Mos Def in it.
Right.
Back when he was rapping and not just acting.
Yeah.
Why does every black rapper have a rap song? Oh no! Why does every black actor have a rap song?
Yeah.
You know who that is.
I don't know.
It's Childish Gambino.
Okay, great.
Anyways.
Gambino's good.
What else do we got today? Do we got anything else? I know that you and I have been talking a lot about specifically what you're going to be doing to improve yourself.
Oh, yeah. Self-improvement stuff.
This is called commitment. So now it's on the show.
God.
So now it's on the show. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I wanted to mention.
Great. Saving money, making things work. I'll talk about it once I've actually accomplished something.
Yeah, we'll do it. Day 3. Anyways, do we have questions this week?
Oh, yeah, we have a shit ton.
Let's do questions.
I don't know if we have a shit ton, but I'll take a look.
Substantial amount.
Substantial. We have questions from Niall.
Oh. What does he want?
He says, well, first of all, let's skip to Raphael's question. He says, what do you think happened to Niall's yo, because he doesn't preface his questions with that. I don't know. What's up? Maybe he's sick? I don't know.
He must be feeling
So he says, fuck's going on in China with Monster Hunter.
What the fuck? What?
So Monster Hunter came out on PC.
All right.
The same fucking game we played earlier in the year that you played one monster of and stopped. That's why Brian and Taylor aren't here. They're fucking playing that probably.
Beat the game.
Again. So that game went to China for like a week and then they pulled it. so you can't get that game in China anymore.
What?
And I don't know why. They haven't really made it clear.
Is it like the Winnie the Pooh thing?
I think it's more like the PUBG thing, because when when PUBG went to China, they said this game has to be modified to reflect our socialist values. So,
no.
Yeah. So I guess that's what's happening to Monster Hunter.
China sucks.
China does suck. So yeah, the bottom line, China sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Big surprise.
Take that to heart.
He asked about Red Dead hype. We kind of talked about that.
I'm really hyped for it. Ryan's not
so
that hyped for
whatever.
it. I'm super hyped for it.
Yeah.
It comes out in 2 months.
It's whatever.
Hence hype. October 26th.
Sure. Great. I don't care. Whatever. I don't know. I'm doing my hair that day.
No, you're not.
Sebastian, well, I'll probably cut it or something. I don't know. Let's see. Sebastian wants to know. He says, what's something people may, this is the question you wanted.
Oh, yeah.
What's something people may not know about you / something that you like that you don't often speak about? For example, I've always had a soft spot for interior design. I didn't know that. That's neat. Interior design. He likes that Happy Home Academy or whatever from that house decorating game.
I mean,
I forgot I had this in my pocket. Put this somewhere people can see it. Small Rubik's Cube.
I mean, something I don't really like. You know this.
If you're gonna talk about guns, I'm gonna fucking laugh.
No, but
Like a joke.
you know this about me because you've known me for a long time, and then like the people that I actually speak to in person know this. I'm a conservative. I'm a conservative.
Oh right.
I'm a Republican conservative.
If people listen to this show, they know.
I'm sure they'll know by now.
Right.
But yeah, that's what I am. I hold those values. I feel stuff like self-determination is important, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But
you're Mexican. You can't be conservative.
Shock. So that's something that a lot of people don't presume that about me, which is really funny. They presume the opposite,
right?
Which is more on them than me.
Yeah.
But one of the things
more on them.
Yeah.
Those are morons.
Yeah, idiots. But one of the things I don't like to do is basically like just shit on the people on the other side, and then saying that I can't enjoy a lot of the stuff that they will enjoy. Because I actually, there's a band called Bad Wolves, which is they made that remake song. They remade that song "Zombie" by the Cranberries.
Okay.
They were supposed to be redoing it by with Dolores O'Riordan, but she passed away the same day they were supposed to record it.
Oh wow.
And on that album, they have it's heavy metal stuff. It's really really good, but they have songs like they have songs that basically have lyrics like, hands up, don't shoot. Hands up, to shoot. Another dead cop. Or another officer down. Like that sort of thing. It's a good fucking song, but I'm just like it's easier for me. It's a lot. I'm one of those people that will enjoy the song for what it is, not really what the message it has behind it.
Right.
Just because I feel it's a lot easier to. It's easy for me to separate the art from the artist.
Okay.
When it comes to that, like, I don't really care what their political views are. I just care about that they make good shit, which is like why it's easy for me to be able to criticize somebody like Spike Lee,
right?
Because I'm like, I don't really give a shit about his political views. I don't like it when it's so blatant, so fucking blatant in a movie, and it's still, and I still enjoyed it.
Yeah,
but that's one. I'm also really emotional when it comes to. I don't get sad for myself. Like I don't really get down on me. Yeah. But if my friends are upset, or if I listen to a good song, or if I read a good book.
See, I've known you 10 years. I've never seen that.
Yeah, I know. It's not
very,
something.
It's rare. It's rare.
Yeah.
And you're not vulnerable. Like you might get emotional, but you don't let it show.
Well, like for example, one of the dumbest examples that I like to use is that when I read Ender's Game. I read Ender's Game and I got to the part spoilers. And I got to the part where he finds out what he's really doing with those ships. And I started tearing up.
Wow.
Because I was like, "What?" It got me. It got me perfectly. Yeah. And it's when things catch me by surprise in a really good way that I start to get emotional. Because like BioShock did that, Last of Us did that, Ender's Game did that. Red Dead Redemption, I saw it coming, but I didn't get emotional until after the ending scene where he actually sees the grave next to the uncle. I was like, "No, this is stuff like that." That's. A lot of people don't really know that about me. Yeah. But yeah, that's who I am. And that hasn't changed me. I'm still the same guy. You can still talk to me. You don't need to be mad at me. What about you?
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Go talk, man.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to think because I'm usually pretty open about everything.
Yeah.
And I also usually like like my Twitter or whatever is just like, oh, I fucking did this thing nobody cares about today. Like I talk about everything and I share it everywhere. So like I don't know what I don't share, like what people don't know. Or like it's something like if I can't think of it, it's because I forgot, or like I just haven't. It's not that big a deal or something. Like I'm trying to think. I don't know, because like I mean, because I'm in that Discord chat. I'm talking about all my like insecurities and all the shit that I feel is wrong with me or whatever. And I'm just like, it's not like it's not like any secret that I have like issues or whatever, that kind of thing. I'm trying to think of any sort of. I don't know. I haven't solved the Rubik's Cube on camera. I could do that. That's a thing that people maybe not know. Well, I don't know.
One of the because we know a lot of what it is you want to do, but we don't really know much about like, because I know you have a really weird taste in music. Not really weird. You have like a really varied taste in music.
I have an open mind when it comes to music and open everything.
Mind, yeah, I don't have an open mind when it comes to music. I have a very select taste, and then I go outside of it, and then it's like, okay, here's a bubble, and then I find something cool, and then I bring it in. Yeah. And it just kind of stays within the bubble.
That's what I do too, but I look everywhere.
Yeah.
Because you're like Like if you ask me if like, hey, do you like country? I'd be like, the easy answer is no, but the real answer is like, there's one album that's all right.
Which one?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I don't know in particular, but I'm just saying, like, there's every once in a while there's somebody that's like not actually country. Like if you ask like a country music lover or whatever, they'd be like, that guy's like pop country or whatever. Be like, great. Oh yeah, that's good for me. Something like that. The guy with the guy in country that was big a couple years back with like the white hat. I forget what his name was, but Brad something probably.
Brad Paisley.
Yeah, like he's good.
I haven't listened to that. Yeah. But the secretary, she used to do like a barrel racing and like horseback riding and all that shit.
Yeah.
So she used to be really into that, and she always separated the two. She's like, there's stadium country music, and there's good country music, and all you hear is stadium country music.
Right. Well, I mean, part of the thing for country music specifically is like I grew up with it, so it's like I don't like the song, but I know all the words because I fucking had to listen to it in the car when I was a kid,
right?
Something like that, and they play the same fucking songs. Like country music hasn't had like a hit in 20 years. I feel like,
yeah,
because it's still fucking Reba.
I mean, when did Country Roads Take Me Home come out?
They didn't even play that. That's not even like what country is anymore.
I know, and that sucks because it's John Denver.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that's the one. Something people may not know, but I unironically love Bon Jovi. Love Bon Jovi.
Really?
Oh yeah, big time. You see, when we were moving,
I don't even know if I know enough Bon Jovi to have an opinion.
When we were moving to the United States, or when we were come to visit the United States, we would always listen to "Slippery When Wet," which is a Bon Jovi song, Bon Jovi's album that had like "Living on a Prayer," all that stuff. And my dad would listen to that album constantly listen to it. That's how he learned English. And then I remember we were driving back from Disneyland one year in 1995 or 4 or whatever. And they were listening to "Living on a Prayer." As we're leaving the United States, he turns to my mom and he says, "We're gonna move to the United States." And then he literally used that song as motivation.
Gotcha.
And that's one of the funniest things. Actually, it's one of the things that actually does get me emotional. The day before I was doing my citizenship thing, I was at a coffee shop with the secretary.
Sure.
And it was really windy, and "Living on a Prayer" starts playing. And I'm looking, I'm like, oh man, I love this song.
Tess Bateman says hi. I don't know who that is, but
hi. Tess. But it was obviously, going through all the immigration stuff. And then, the song starts playing in the coffee shop, and I look to my left, and it's a big, giant American flag waving. And that's like the day before I become a U.S. citizen, and I started crying.
Tess Bateman asks if we're in Oklahoma. No, we're not in Oklahoma.
No, not even close to.
Well, no, we're kind of close to Oklahoma. Arizona. We're in Arizona. I'm not going to hide that. Whatever.
Yeah, we're in Arizona.
Yeah.
See me in the streets.
Fine, yeah. Come see our cacti.
Yeah, come take pictures with them.
Yeah, our small black people visit us and pose in front of them. Sorry, Darnell. He doesn't fucking listen. I'm not sorry.
It's fine. Yeah,
it's fine. You're telling me it's fine?
Yeah, I think it's fine.
You can't be racist.
I can't. I've been told a lot of things. I've been told I can't do a lot of things because I'm Mexican, so I can't be racist. I can't.
We are in Arizona, yes.
Yeah, so shocker. No, I can.
Trying to think of states where I've seen a Quick Trip. Did we talk about Quick Trip?
Quick Trip.
Oh, okay. There you go. Sorry, I don't pay attention to what's on my desk. Apparently,
there's
table. This thing.
I don't know.
There's one fucking across the street from us.
Yes, when I went.
We can see it now because the corn's not there.
I didn't realize that you were actually across the street. I almost went around.
It's literally right up there, right next to the abandoned hospital.
No, I got a hot dog too.
Right the second time. Yep, you sure were.
It was great.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe people subscribe to us because we like Quick Trip or something. I don't know. Whatever. I'm trying to think of things that I don't talk about. That I mean, I guess like out of all this bad you see here, like my hair isn't great and I don't fucking trim my beard and I'm a fat fuck and everything. My one real insecurity that I feel bad about is my eye. My right eye will just go up sometimes, and you've seen it when I talk to you, and I fucking hate that. Like it's the most insecure thing about me, because when I'm talking, because you'd think like I'm looking at something else, right? But like it doesn't feel like I feel like I'm looking dead on to you, and it's probably doing it right now, and I don't even know it. And I hate that shit. That's why like when I do like interviews and shit, I'm always like, because people when I do an interview, sometimes people think that I'm like rolling my eyes at them, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I don't want to offend people more than them having to look at me. Right. So
I understand that's something you're insecure about, but it's also not something that you can really do anything.
Yeah, I don't know. It's whatever. There was at one point when I was a kid, they tried to do something about it by having me. They gave me like an eye patch.
Oh yeah, that's gonna look really good in school.
Yeah.
What happened to the kid with the weird eye? Oh, he wears an eye patch.
He's a pirate. Because like now I feel like an eye patch would be cool, but when I was a kid I was like, fuck this fucking eye patch.
You're not gonna. The eye patches are gonna become like the new fedoras, man. You don't want to do that.
You think so?
I don't know. You should wear an eye patch and a fedora.
If I get an eye patch, I better lose an eye, because when you have an eye, it's like this weird cup. It's like you're wearing a cup on your face.
Yeah, otherwise,
like for your dick.
I think it's the same eye patch. I was actually thinking about that. They just push them in. I seen it.
Tess Bateman says they stopped at a QT in Arizona. Maybe it was the same one. They said they've barely been through Arizona. So I don't know. Tess Bateman. They're stopping.
Are you guys driving through? Are you guys driving through Arizona?
I think they've just been here before.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. I have no idea where they are.
It's great. It's nice and hot.
Yeah.
Wherever you're going is probably colder.
I don't think they're on the road right now.
Wherever you are, it's probably colder.
It's for sure colder. How hot is it right now?
Hot.
It's fucking nighttime outside, and it's 81.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's really nice.
It's 83. Sorry, it's updated. But yeah,
it's not so nice anymore.
It's 83, and it's also like 10% chance of rain. That's not great.
It's been raining a fucking lot recently, dude.
It's been nice. Yeah.
No, it's been fucking sandstorming. I can't wash my car. Like, it sucks. What?
Tess Bateman, this person just keeps popping up. Says they used to eat taquitos there when I was in high school.
Yeah.
And they say they're like every taquitos, Eric.
Oh no, I've never had those.
Not to give them too much shit or whatever, but yeah. They say they're in Texas now.
Okay.
Not traveling now, but do travel southwest often. Okay, that's cool.
Texas is a cool place.
Nice. Yeah.
Have you ever been to Texas?
No.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I should just drive there. It's like 14 hours away.
I went to San Antonio.
Yeah.
And it's like a really fucking old city.
I need to get a new car first before I drive anywhere.
I didn't realize that the Alamo is like right there.
Yeah.
When you go to San Antonio, they're like, oh, you can go see the Alamo. I'm like, I thought that was way out in the desert. It's like, no, we built a city around it. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It's sick.
Where's the city we built on rock and roll?
What?
I'm trying to think of anything else I don't talk about, though, that's like a big deal.
Stuff I don't talk about in particular. I talk about guns a lot, so I can't use that.
You do talk about guns a lot.
I like football. I'm a great football guy. He's gonna hate me now because
football.
Yeah, because he's probably a Dallas guy, and I'm most certainly not a Dallas guy. Sorry.
Oh, whatever.
Football starts in 2 weeks, Ryan.
Great.
2 weeks.
Great.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. You're more conscious of the camera because you're looking at yourself on the monitor.
I'm actually looking at the monitor, and I'm looking at you through the monitor because it's hard. Because it's like I was never meant to be on TV. I was meant to be behind the scenes.
I have a face for radio. No, I have a good face, just hidden behind fat and hair. I seen it once, like 80 pounds ago. Let's see.
That wasn't that long ago either. A couple years, maybe. Oh, I've never weighed this much before.
Oh, Tess Bateman says, how do you not know the Alamo was there? It's part of your Mexican heritage.
I know. We were fighting against it. We're trying to move it. We're trying to move the line past
Apparently, you're not supposed to forget it.
No, I'm not. No, you're not supposed to.
Are you supposed to remember
I'm not from
it?
Texas.
I don't care. Whatever. I'm just trying to make jokes because I don't fucking know anything about Texas. Thanks for listening. I don't know. They've been to 3 cities in Texas. All right. Sorry. What else do I not talk about for people that don't know?
Every time you don't come up, you don't have something. I'm gonna have to come up with something else.
I don't know.
Really
like anything else I talk about, like all the insecurities, like I can't make a decision to save my life and like stick with it.
Except this podcast.
At all, except for this podcast. But everything, like different diets I've tried, or different degrees I've tried, or different sports I tried when I was a kid. Like nothing stuck. Like I can't just stick with a thing. That's why I couldn't stick with one console. That's why I own all of them. Type of thing.
That's the reason why I own all
Sure.
of them. I have a bunch of birds. I have 2 birds.
Yeah, birds.
I rescue birds.
They sing the Addams Family.
Yeah, they do. That wasn't my idea. I wanted to teach them something else, something a little bit less annoying, but that was the secretary's idea.
Don't be hating on yourself so much. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll get through it.
Yeah, fucking for real.
Yeah.
Asshole.
Yeah. My therapist tells me the same thing. I'm working on it.
Fucking working on
it. This Tess Bateman says they lived in El Paso and was the only white person there.
Yeah, I know how that can feel. So. I lived in Gilbert. I know the opposite of that.
Diets don't work. You have to make a lifestyle change. Yeah, I know. I'm working on that too.
Yeah, you're right.
My whole life is honestly, to be big frank, lifestyle change waiting to happen.
I haven't really seen your eye do that as much recently.
I don't know.
You should just wear an iPad just to be cool.
And I know I'm not ugly. I know that for a fact. It's just
what's going on? Is we're making a love connection here?
I don't know what's happening. I'm trying to connect with these people, but also
that's awesome.
We have to get through shit. Let's find questions.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. If you want to ask us questions, you can join our Discord. Let me see if I can get the
link. Or if they want to ask us questions on the Twitch chat. We might not get to all of them, but if you want to, go for them.
Where's the invite?
We do this for fun, in case you guys were wondering.
Yeah. So I just feel bad for people because when I put this up on Libsyn when it's audio only, people are like, "What the fuck?" So if you want to join our Discord, you can ask us questions there, or I guess you can just storm our chat when we're talking and get in there too, which is great because it's nice to have audience participation like this. I like this. It's cool. We don't get that very often. Well, we get it sometimes. Sebastian's always a good guy.
When we pay attention.
Get in there. Let's see. Oh God, it's 11:30 for Sebastian. Going late for him. He's committed to watching us.
Wait, doesn't he have to
work
do stuff
and shit? Yeah.
Oh man, go to bed, dude.
Right. Yeah.
We love you.
Canadian Army's gonna fail because of you.
He's in the Army?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he's fucking jacked too.
Is he?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Want to fuck? Probably.
He probably wants to fuck. You have to dress up as one of his waifus, though. 02 or something. Mexican 02. I don't know. No, he's probably gonna give me shit for that. What other questions do we have? Let's see. Oh, Expired has a question. Well, we know how bad Sony sucks at playing with others. Do you think game companies would chance not releasing a game on Sony's platform to try to get them to open up to being cross-platform? Or is Sony so big right now that even when next gen comes around, companies would hurt themselves more by not releasing on PlayStation? So there's a thing going around, Elder Scrolls Legends, that game. Mm-hmm. I think it's like a phone game, but it's also on consoles and PC and everything.
Right.
They're saying they're not going to put it on any They're not saying Sony, but they're saying any platform that's not open to cross-platform play, they're not going to put their game on.
Wow.
So that's a pretty big thing.
Bethesda taking the stand.
Yeah.
Love wins after all.
God damn it.
Console equality.
That is pretty big, though.
No, it's great. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, well, okay. So it's their idea to make it, right? That Sony knows that consoles can only sell when there's actual games to play on them. Sony also has 100 million PS4 sold, 500 million, something like that.
Yeah.
It's some stupid amount.
Mm-hmm.
So if a company is bold enough to be able to do that,
right,
and they're like, yeah, we don't care about missing out on that much money, right, we just want to do this off the
principle thing. Because PlayStation is doing a thing that the 500 million limited edition PS4 Pro or whatever.
Which looks
so it's
sick. It looks like a cool one.
But yeah, that's 500 million units out there that you could be missing out selling your game for. Probably, or whatever. Yeah. You're not gonna sell that many units of your game because no fucking game sells every single person. But
if Bethesda. It's a question of whether or not Bethesda consider themselves a big enough company, which they are. They're huge.
Right.
But if they're like, yeah, if we don't want to put our game on there,
right,
that means you miss out on the next Elder Scrolls.
Right.
That means you miss out on all that, and so does Bethesda. Mm-hmm. But I'm sure that they'll be fine when it comes to like PC, because I don't know who's gonna. I honestly, in this particular scenario, I don't know who's gonna lose. It could be a toss up.
Right.
I don't think that other game companies are going to be quite as altruistic when they're decision making.
Right.
They're not going to be wanting to miss out on all that dough.
Well, Bethesda's one of the few for publishers that's like like I still want to play their games.
Yeah.
Like it's not like they're like Activision or Ubisoft where it's like all this shit.
Or
like they just showed off new fucking Doom.
Yeah,
or whatever,
great.
and I'm just like, I want that shit.
It looks fucking great.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
I want co-op.
I want that shit.
I want co-op.
Do you see? Oh yeah, you can invade people in that game. Do you see that? Like Dark Souls.
Fuck you up,
type
Ryan.
shit. That's it.
Get on your Xbox.
They fucking finally confirmed the Dark Souls Switch release date is October 19th. It was supposed to come out on your birthday, and now it's October fucking 19th.
I thought it was already out.
Nah, because like on eShop it says summer 2018. It's like, okay, October is stretching it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's not even summer here in October. Barely.
I mean,
that's not true.
You can make an argument for it, but yeah, it's definitely not. It's definitely not summer.
Tess Bateman's not letting down. Wants more discussion with the chat.
Oh, great.
They want to know. They want to know favorite thing to do in AZ.
Favorite thing to do in AZ?
In Arizona. This podcast. No.
I love doing this podcast. Like I've known this guy for 10 years.
Sure, whatever. That's friend shit, though. We could do that wherever. What's a good Arizona thing to do?
Oh, there's a lot of things to do.
Like what?
You have to be an outdoors guy.
Like what?
We have great camping.
You saying I'm not an outdoors guy?
I'm 100% saying you're not an outdoors guy.
That's because I don't get invited to do shit.
You want to go camping?
Yeah.
All right, so
I'll go camping tomorrow.
I like.
I'll camp right now.
Watch me go outside.
I'll fucking go outside.
I'm not afraid of it. It's hot as fuck.
Yeah. Well, it'll be like the thing where I think I could do 30 laps in the pool and die after 3.
There's, a lot of stuff that I like to do in Arizona has more outdoorsy stuff. You go camping, shooting. You go out to the desert. You can do
That's not just you can shoot anywhere.
In the desert. Well, I mean, legally you can shoot in the desert. I don't know where you're shooting.
I'm just saying, that's like the whole middle of the country just goes out and shoots things.
Yeah, but we have deserts. It's great, and we have Arizona has a shit ton.
We don't shoot any like desert exclusive things though.
Cactuses. No,
we don't shoot any cacti.
You can shoot Gila monsters.
Gila monsters?
Yeah.
Gila monsters are scary.
Yeah, that's why you shoot.
Fuck that. Oh my god.
You can shoot coyotes. Fuck them. And they don't get magic powers when you kill them, Ryan.
No.
They don't.
I know they have venomous, jagged teeth that'll fuck you up.
Coyotes?
No, sorry. I thought you were talking about. I lost it because I was looking at the chat. No, coyotes suck.
Yeah, they're terrible.
You can't kill those though.
No.
Because they'll make more.
You can go up
They're
north.
like a hydra.
Arizona's cool because you can go up north and you get snow and you get nice cold weather. And
Arizona's cool because you can avoid parts of it.
Yeah.
And go to the good parts. I don't know. We have that baseball field where the ceiling opens up.
Chase Field.
Sure. I guess.
It's a good one.
I don't know.
It was called
Arizona Science Center is cool if you're 5.
Yeah, if you're 5.
The Grand Canyon's a nice picture you take for Facebook. I hate the Grand Canyon.
We did take nice pictures for that.
You can go to the Grand Canyon and disobey the signs and feed them Tic Tacs or whatever. The squirrels that show up or whatever.
Feed squirrels Tic Tacs. Our squirrels love Tic Tacs.
Did you have Tic Tacs? Was that what that was?
Yeah.
No, it was Altoids.
Altoids. Yeah, the real mint. I'm trying to think of what else.
The real mint.
Like I said, mostly I do outdoor stuff.
Yeah.
And then they have
That's fine. You can do desert raves. Oh boy.
No, don't do that.
If you're like 16.
I'm 28 years old. I don't have to be doing that shit. We have a really good school. We have.
No, we don't. Nobody has a good school.
ASU's got a good school. ASU's a good school, depending on what you're going for.
Obviously, it's a Ned Flanders joke.
Yeah.
You've heard
I got to Arizona State.
No, well, because there's a Simpsons episode where like the whole Springfield is flooding or whatever, and Ned Flanders thinks it's a rapture, and only the people that are left alive are chosen to go to heaven or whatever. And then fucking Homer floats down the street. He's like, "Oh, heaven must be easier to get into than Arizona State." That's a good joke.
It's true. It's
classic.
You
classic
just need
Simpsons.
a pulse to get in there.
Anyway,
and an Arizona address.
Tess Bateman also wants to know what was in your QT cup.
Oh, I made a mixture of it.
Is Rooster Booster and
actually it was like Rooster Booster, Gatorade, Sprite,
God,
and
garbage.
No, actually I think that was basically it.
Yeah,
Rooster Booster, Sprite. Oh, and cherry limeade. Just all kinds of just lemon.
That's just
stuff.
Gross.
It's fine.
Yeah.
The Rooster Booster was watered down, which is really annoying. But I've been getting this drink since I was in like high school. Back when I went to high school in Mesa. It's just something that I've always done.
Tess Bateman says Rooster Booster's nasty.
Yeah,
You're losing them.
You're 100% correct.
That's why. Yeah, you don't. He's not drinking it by itself.
Yeah, that's why I put only a little bit just for that little itty bitty.
He wants that kick.
Yeah, it's not even
because he can't smoke anymore.
I can't smoke. Because I had a Red Bull this morning, and I had,
now they're saying it's a disgusting mixture. Well, sorry.
It's not supposed to taste.
You don't have to drink it. More for him.
Yeah, more for me. So I had a Red Bull this morning, one of the orange ones, which was wonderful, and then the 2 venti cold brews from Starbucks, and then that, and then I think I had a hot dog for lunch.
Great.
And that's basically all I ate today. I'm terrible as far as like health goes.
Yeah.
But at least when it comes to actually eating food.
Yeah. That's why you hang out with me, so you look good.
Mm-hmm.
No. Too much self-depreciation. Sorry, Nebula. Let's see. What's our last question? We have a couple more.
Yeah.
I know that was... Sebastian also wants to know the game you're most hyped for this year.
The game I'm most hyped for this year.
That's coming out this year.
Resident Evil 2's not coming out this year. Doom's not coming out this year. What is coming out this year?
Smash Bros. Ultimate's coming out this year.
Smash Bros. Ultimate, I'm hyped for.
Did you see the new Direct? Yeah, buddy.
I really like that trailer, or that introductory stuff.
You liked Luigi dying?
He fucking died.
He died.
And he was like, oh, I'm about to get in my body again.
And then there's like a skull thing on fire, being scary. Simon's in.
Richter's
in.
And
all the Dracula memes are in.
Alucard is in, except he's
an assist trophy.
He's an assist trophy, which is like, whatever, fine.
There's a scene.
Why would you put
there's a scene for Symphony of the Night where they have Richter talking to Dracula, and it's like his ward box or whatever, and it just says Luigi is dead. Oh,
that's Mama Luigi.
There's that, and there's one where it's Dracula talking. He's like, "Look at this absolute unit of a
vampire." The absolute unit of a vampire.
Shit's great. Who else is adding? Oh, they're Echo Fighters. There's Dark Samus. Great.
Yes.
Nice fixing your hair there.
Yeah.
Dark Samus, you happy about that? I
am very happy about
Are you happy about Dark Samus being the villain in Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, and it's an Echo Fighter? Yeah.
So I really like what they're doing for Dark Samus, because she actually looks a little bit more like animalistic, like the way she moves. Yeah. She's a lot more like.
Hopefully, there's a different. Like, I don't know how the movesets differ though. I don't know. We got to find out more about Echo characters. I don't know if they have like entirely different movesets.
Not all of them, from what I've seen.
Yeah.
But I mean, we don't know enough about the game yet in general.
What else? Who else is there?
King K. Rool.
No. That's the big one. King K. Rool's huge. That'll be great. Who's the other Echo Fighter though?
Do that sound right. Do the King K. Rool sound. Go ahead.
Oh. Yeah, that shit's great.
Yeah.
Who's the other Echo Fighter though? I'm trying to think. There was Dark Samus, and
they put what's all the Fire
Emblem
Chrom.
Ones?
Yeah.
Chrom.
Whatever.
Chrom's cool. He's from Fire Emblem Awakening. He's like the only one that people actually wanted it in Smash Bros. And they put in every other character instead. He's great.
I don't know.
Now they'll finally be a Chrom amiibo. People will be happy.
People really
actually, there's one for Awakening, I think.
It's going to suck. You're going to run out of space for all this shit.
They'll probably make new prints of all of them, and I'll just have to throw all those away. Or something.
You should definitely not do that.
I'll sell them or something. They're like $3 a piece, probably.
I mean, you could just sell them all. If you want to buy them, they're fucking all here.
Wait until I see that they're making a whole new run of them before I'm starting to buy new ones. God, I have to fucking buy new ones.
You don't have both Bayonettas?
I don't.
Yeah, player one,
I have
player
the good one.
I have both.
Whatever. I don't have fucking Cloud or whatever that other girl is.
Palutena?
No, one of the Fire Emblem characters.
I don't know. I try not to remember any other names.
It's like the player character too, so they don't even have a name. Korn.
Yeah, Korn.
Korn. My favorite new battle band. Not really. Yeah, I think
what was the question?
The best, most hyped game. It's gotta be that. It's definitely that for me over fucking Red Dead.
I don't know.
New Smash. Come on, son. It's got everybody. Everyone's coming back.
And it's gonna be on a console that's actually worth like playing.
And there's tournament shit.
And bringing over.
Did you see there's a mode in this in New Smash where it's
the lockout one?
Yeah, that'll be fun because we do that.
We do that anyways.
Yeah, but we kind of like stop before it gets like too much. We don't play every character. Every one of us has like 5 different ones we play, and then we stop. And we usually just go to random at a certain point and just go random. But that'd be great. I want to lock it down like that, especially because you can't be the same character. That'd be fun.
I can't wait to have everyone play together again.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I gotta get all the fucking GameCube controllers again.
I already have 4.
Yeah, I gotta get my own.
We can just borrow them from those other.
I want to get a new TV before that comes out, so I can have people over.
Good thing you're saving money.
I know. Whoa. Fucking 4K TVs are expensive.
Listen, I wanna play. They're not expensive. You can buy a 50-inch for like $400.
I want an OLED one though.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
It means it's like $2,000.
Oh, I have new eyes. I can use that now.
New eyes.
That was my excuse before, because I remember I told you I couldn't see that well, so I was like,
I want to get that. I want to do like a movie night or something.
We always do movie nights.
Now I don't get invited to that.
Yeah,
though,
well now you're coming, so there you go. Look, they're all alive now.
I can't come over when the goblin's over.
What goblin?
I don't know. Stuart.
Is he?
No.
Oh.
No, spoiler. He's not listening to this shit. Ah!
He might.
What was that?
That was me.
Was that you? Is there somebody out here?
No, it's not you.
Is there secrets?
I didn't see anything back there. Anyways.
Didn't see nothing.
I want to play Red Dead really bad.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna keep myself composed. Because it's important to me. Because I can't be like one of those guys that's like, oh, it's a king. It's like, oh, it's a fucking amiibo. It's an Ambio. I don't need that shit.
Ambio?
Yeah. Don't need that trash. I just want to be excited for a game and be able to keep it.
I want a Richter amiibo. It's gonna be great.
You know what character they didn't add into Smash Brothers? That one.
Shovel Knight?
I know. It's really dumb.
No, they did. They did, though.
He's an assist trophy.
It's better than nothing. Imagine being an indie dev and being like, oh, Nintendo wants our guy as anything at all. That's great. That's awesome.
You're right.
Yeah. I mean, there are people that are like, why isn't he a fucking character? What the fuck? It's like
he'd be the easiest character. He fits in with the aesthetic so well.
Yeah. But whatever.
Fucking Ridley's in it.
Whatever. But yeah, Waluigi's not, so you're not going to get Shovel Knight. Sorry.
Everyone's here.
Exactly.
Fuck Waluigi.
Yeah. I want Banjo-Kazooie to be in it. That'd be great.
That's never happening.
Well, you know what's really never happening is people being like, oh man, fucking Dragon Ball FighterZ on there. They're going to add Goku to this game. It's like they're not going to fucking add Goku. That's crazy.
That's never happening.
They'll add the fucking the really bad skeleton from Undertale before they add Goku. What's his name? Sans.
What's the other one's name?
Fuck. I don't know.
That's what I'm excited
He's named
for.
after. They're all named after fonts. I can't remember. Fuck. What's his name?
I don't remember.
Oh my god! I gotta
but it's the skinny one. See if anyone remembers. But that's actually one of the things I'm really excited for because that's coming out in September.
Is it? Oh, have you not played that?
No.
Oh, it's good.
I wanted to play it. I know it's available on Steam, but I have a
10 out of 10 on Steam.
Yeah, I know, but I've got
10 out of 10.
I've got a potato for a computer, so
it would work on a potato.
Would it?
Yeah, that game's it's like nothing. Whatever.
That's true.
Just play it on your.
I just want to play it on my Switch.
Whatever.
I want to pay the full price for it or whatever.
Yeah. Support your local dog mascot developers.
I watched that donkey video on it, and it looks really funny. So I'm like, all right, I guess
it is good humor for sure.
Because I know
who the fuck is this guy's name?
That video's
whose man's is this?
Sans and
Orange. Papyrus. I didn't even see it on there, but I just remembered it.
Papyrus, yeah. No, that looks really, really good.
And there's like some third one that's some other font I can't remember. Probably like Wingdings or some shit. Who cares? Anyway, anything else?
And I saw those Tem guys, the little Tem dogs.
Tem? Oh yeah, Temmy.
Those are cute.
Yeah.
I want to play that game really bad. So I want to play in this order.
Okay.
I want to finish Octopath Traveler.
Yeah.
And then I have to somehow beat Super Mario Odyssey.
You haven't beat that?
No.
Oh, that's so good.
And then I have to also...
You like the end of that game.
Play and beat Undertale.
Okay.
And then hopefully at that point, Red Dead Redemption will have come out. Oh, and Enter the Gungeon.
Yeah. Did you see another thing about Doom? Sorry to keep going back to that. But like Doom Eternal is coming out and it's coming to Switch the same day as everything else. Like they're making that happen. Whoever's porting it is like a god and they're making it work.
Is it John Carmack?
No, I forget the name of that dev, but they're like really good and they're making it work.
Awesome.
Oh, we had a question on Twitter before we go. I forgot. We had a question from Benjamin.
Mr. Cool Benjamin?
Mr. Liking lolly porn on Twitter.
Oh my God. He's got to not. I had to mute him because I check my Twitter at work. You know, and I've got like my old
so bad.
I've got like my teacher who follows me on Twitter and he's like running for Congress.
So it's like the one thing I check on Twitter at work when I'm just like, oh.
No, but like
somebody could see behind me.
Because he follows me on Twitter, right? My teacher, and he's running for Arizona House of Representatives.
Oh, God.
And I was like, and I had to message him because I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and mute this guy because I know you can see this stuff. So he's like, really appreciate it.
Yeah. Just make a separate account just for Benjamin. It'd be great.
No, I muted my teacher.
Oh, okay, that works.
I don't want to say his name.
All right, so Benjamin has two questions.
What?
He says, first of all, which of you got Hyrule Warriors on 3DS? And then he says, and then why did they thought it was a good idea to port it when 3DS, the graphics is poop? And yeah, the graphics on 3DS is poop.
I don't know why. I did not buy it.
Nobody bought that because we don't have three friends in the same room at any time to play it together. Because Chura doesn't have a 3DS and Taylor is busy or something. I don't know.
We all have.
Taylor bought that game and played it by herself. And like tried to play tried to connect with people online, like random people that just end up killing themselves or something. But when they played with her, didn't work out. Yeah.
You talking about Hyrule Warriors? Or are you saying?
Is that what it said?
No, Hyrule Warriors.
I was thinking of fucking the other one.
Triforce Heroes.
Yeah, Triforce Heroes.
Yeah, no, Hyrule Warriors looks like shit.
Yeah, but Hyrule Warriors is apparently a good game when it's on things that aren't.
I loved it on the Wii U. Yeah. I loved it on the Wii U.
Apparently it's great on Switch too.
I really want to play it again on the Switch.
Yeah. That's like the super definitive version.
It's also way longer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Like the campaign is actually substantially longer. Huh. I thought I got to the end. It's like, nope, now you got to play as the bad guys. Spoilers. Yeah.
I can only play one of those games like every 5 years because it's just fucking so...
They're making a movie. Not Zelda, but a Dynasty Warrior movie.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, why?
How does that work?
It was a trailer, and it's like Muso is an energy used in battle. And I was like, what? What is this? And I played it. And I was like, oh, fuck, it's That's Dynasty horrible. Warriors. And it has the same logo and everything. I was like, this is bullshit.
So the second question we have from Benjamin is a quote. He quote tweeted the Boogie 2988 guy.
Oh, the fat dude.
The fat dude.
Yeah.
And he said, he's like, wow, the difference 14 years makes, and it's the 2 Spider-Man games.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So I'll try to show that.
They both look so boring. Yeah. Enjoy our graphics interface.
Sorry, folks. Whatever. I have a keyboard in front of me. I can't do anything. Sorry. Just be lucky the camera's not low and you can't see my thighs.
I can see your thighs.
I know. They're great. God. Oh, I just stretched too much. It hurts.
It's got a hernia.
Oh no. And then Benjamin quoted that, and he says, "Do you think that some of the people who worked on Spider-Man 2 also helped with this new Spider-Man game?"
I sincerely doubt it. The first Spider-Mans were made by like Activision.
Well, the Spider-Man 2 specifically was made by Treyarch.
Was it Treyarch?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
So, but then like that game was also ported like everything, and they had a different developer for every version. Mm-hmm. Some like Fizz Pop Games or something made the Microsoft Windows one.
Spider-Man 2.
I think Activision themselves did the development for the N-Gage version because that game was on N-Gage, the game phone thing that came out, the Game Boy. That's also a phone or whatever. Not Game Boy, but it was like the Sega Game Gear of phones. It was bad. It came on it was on Game Boy Advance or something too. Like every different version that wasn't like the main one was on different developers worked on it. Like to the point where like the PC version has like a different plot and everything too. Like it's wild how different that game gets. But yeah, I don't think anybody despite all the different developers that worked on it, like maybe somebody quit their job when one of those other studios went down because they're like lesser and they eventually worked at Treyarch because they're owned by Activision, and like if you want to work in video games, it's not hard to end up in like the huge conglomerate fucking that is Activision.
I'm just wondering if any of our listeners actually owned an N-Gage. Those things are trash. Did you know they had cartridges?
Really? That sucks. I didn't know that.
Who the fuck? Oh my god! And I thought he was talking about like Spider-Man 2 on the PS1, like because they had Spider-Man, like the original one, which is really cool, where you fight Scorpion, Rhino and Scorpion as like first couple bosses.
Right.
And then Spider-Man, like the sequel to that, where you actually, I think you're with Venom on that one.
I don't remember.
So this is Spider-Man 2 on the movie one with the.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. No, I don't think so. But I don't know.
I don't think so either. I mean, it's very possible that like somebody that was like an intern became like somebody at Treyarch, maybe.
I'm the intern.
Or not Treyarch, but who's working on the new one? Insomniac.
Like
that's not impossible that they ended up there.
That'd be a way to get hired on.
I guess.
I worked on this one.
Right.
Well, that one was trash. Now you get to work on this good one.
The game was all right.
Spider-Man 2?
Yeah. The PS2 one, it was fine. It was scary.
Was it scary?
Yeah.
Why?
There was something like in like the sewer level where it was just like, I forget what it was, but it was like you were being watched or something. Like there was like writing on the walls in the sewer. It's like, what the fuck is this?
That's weird. I don't remember that at all.
Yeah. It was like it was their equivalent of there was a hole here. It's gone now.
That's what I want. That's what I want is another Silent Hill game.
Yeah.
That's never fucking happening.
No. Kojima tried.
Is there anyone? I mean, is Spider-Man like anyone's number one hype game? Is it yours?
No.
I'm so.
I mean,
I'm bored by that game already. I feel weird to say, but it looks like another Batman. Yeah. But people are like, it looks like Batman with more fun combat. I'm like, excuse me. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Batman was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
It blew everyone's socks off. Yeah. That's how you get to number one in the leaderboards, son.
Shut up.
For an hour. And that's
an hour. Yeah.
And then the Chinese dudes came out.
They're Chinese.
Like, time to fuck Erick's record. Like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, there it goes.
Yeah. Using their game shows.
I don't know. I just I haven't plugged in anything that's not my Switch since I've moved here. And I just don't I don't even know if I'm trying to think of do I even want a fucking PS4 anymore? Like, what am I gonna hook it up just for Spider-Man, like the exclusive that comes around every once in a while?
It's not even worth hooking up a PS4 for.
I don't know. I mean, maybe it is because like if I had the same situation, like God of War came out, like would I have plugged that in? Because God of War is a good experience. That was a fun thing earlier this year. But like now I'm just like, I don't fucking play my PS4. I don't know. It's weird.
I'm sure you would have.
But I've also had this thing lately where like I haven't played any. Like it's like the first week in a couple weeks where I've actually played a game.
Right.
And I did bomb chicken and shit. So, chicken shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. So yeah, well, it's just I'll see when I get there. But yeah, it looks neat.
I want to play.
It's not my most hyped game. That's definitely Smash Bros for me.
Yeah.
That's gonna be great.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I really, really want to play Undertale.
Yeah, that's a good game.
I think that's probably
that was great 4 years ago.
I know.
Or whatever it came
I believe
out.
it. I just didn't. I don't know. The art style didn't appeal to me, and I guess that was sort of my downfall.
Yeah.
You know, that was on me.
Can't let that shit get to you because there's good games out there.
I mean, I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it now.
Yeah.
It happened with Super Hot.
Did you ever play Shovel Knight?
Yeah. You bought it for me.
Yeah, no.
I beat it.
Did you finish it? Okay.
I beat it like episode 37.
I remember I got Junhao. He said he'd get it. He'd do it if I got it for him. I got him Super Meat Boy. He never fucking finished the game. I love that game. Goddamn.
I love Junhao.
Junhao's great.
He's a good dude.
Yeah. I should get Super Meat Boy on my Switch. We should play it co-op. Or no, there's like a versus mode for that. It's like split screen. See who can get through the levels fastest.
Oh, that's gonna be an easy one. Great. Let's just play Nidhogg.
Yeah, let's just make me feel good about myself. No, Nidhogg, because people learn that game quick and I lose.
I love Nidhogg.
Yeah, Nidhogg's great. All right. Anyway, we're done. Thank
Yeah.
you for listening. Thank you for joining me.
Of course.
Fucking churro didn't show up.
There's a big old spot.
I forget
here.
why. There's probably like some real reason that I shouldn't be making
He's
fun
like,
of.
he's like, I got into another motorcycle
he
accident.
probably
again.
has like the big cancer or something. No.
He's got the big cancer in his big old dick.
Oh, yeah.
Way to go, Churro.
Fat hog.
It's just more space for cancer. Anyways. No, he doesn't have cancer. Love you, Churro. Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening. Where can they find us, Ryan?
We're on Twitter.
Yeah.
For us individually, I'm at Rush20XX. Rush20XX. My initials.
And I'm at Penny's Peña.
Yeah, here Penny's Peña. Churro doesn't give a shout out because he's not here. We're on the podcast itself. If you want to listen to previous episodes of the show, like you can do, you can find that on. We're hosted through Libsyn, libsyn.com/blowhards. I think that sounds right.
Or you can just Google Blowhards podcast.
Probably.
We on your shit now.
What else?
You got that EOS money.
Google Play Music or Google Podcast. I forget what it's called now. They keep rebranding shit because that's what Google does. iTunes or the Apple Podcast app or whatever.
Yeah.
What else are we on? Not SoundCloud.
We're on Twitch.
What's that
which is
fake shit that he likes? Stitcher.
He has a real phone. He can use regular ones though.
I don't think so.
Really?
I think he's gonna stay with Stitcher because that's what he likes. That's what he's used to. Yeah, we're on our Discord, which I linked in the chat. I can do that again real quick before we leave forever, if I can find it. Where's the chat? Here you go. Here's our Discord. It's great. Go in there and talk to us about the anime you're watching or something.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on.
Oh boy, time to watch more Asobi Asobase.
And the temperature.
Yes.
That show's really good.
Yeah.
I'm still watching it. Yeah. I'm like, I think it's episode 7 that I'm on. Or
really? Yeah, there's either 6 or 7 out. So
I think I stopped on episode 6. Like I just finished it and I was like, there's no more.
Yeah, there'll be more next week. That's the pain of being caught up on shit as it airs. Gotta wait a week every week. Gotta wait a week.
I love
that's how that works. Yeah. Anyway, go join our Discord. Go talk to us about anime and your insecurities or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll talk your way through it.
Eric will help you talk about how to plan to buy a house or something.
Yeah, if you want to do some financial planning, fucking call somebody else. If you just want to learn something,
yeah,
talk to this guy.
Whatever.
Ryan will fuck your brains out.
What? No, I'm not gonna fuck anybody. I don't have the energy for that.
Thank you so much for listening. We'll see y'all next week.
Yeah, thank you for listening.
Oh, you gotta get up and turn that shit off.
I know, it sucks.
Go.
I'm
gonna stay right here.
have to be all fat.
I'm gonna stay right here and just fucking talk some shit until.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god. There he goes.
Everything's popping and shit. It's bad. With the screen. I can still talk on this mic. Hey,
oh yeah, now you turned on.
That makes sense. Now we can talk like this while Eric's just stalling for time and I edit this out later.
No, we're still live.
What is this? Hang on, let's make sure I was recording. Wow, I recorded the whole time. That's great.
Really? That's cool. It's like having a nice,
yeah, it works.
Computer work.
It's like having a thing that works. All right, thank you for listening.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye. Wait.